Now we just want to have like an overview of what X-linked disorders are. Now for X-linked disorders, before we start the X-linked disorders, I just want to explain something to you. Let me use a much more better color. So a guy has what? XY, that's a male child. A female child has XX. Do you understand? So if I'm having only one X as a male child, if anything happens to this X, I'm automatically affected. But as a girl, if anything happens to this X, she still has one X to stand in for her. So disease conditions that affect the X chromosomes are called X-linked disorders. Now for a girl to be affected by that disease condition, the disease conditions must be ready to affect all the X that the girl has, but most of the times the disease condition affects one X. So if you are talking about X-linked disorders, these are conditions that mostly affect male people. So a female person can have it, but she has another X to stand in for her, so she's just a carrier. She has the disease, but there's no signs and symptoms, but she can be able to what? Push it to the male child. Do you understand? So this is just what I explained. Everything I explained. You can pause and observe it, alright? See the XY, see the XX, what I was explaining. So for an overview of X-linked conditions, we say that they are genetic conditions that are caused by mutations in genes located on the X chromosomes. That's one of the two sex chromosomes. So these disorders follow a unique pattern of inheritance. They often affect males more than females. I was telling you guys, the male has only one X. Once it's affected, I'm gone. So how these X-linked chromosomes work? Males have XY, so they have only one X. So a single mutated gene on that chromosome means that the male is gone, caused the disease. Female have XX, so if there's one mutation, at least they still have another one to cover up. Do you understand? So they are just carriers. There's no issues. Another picture illustrating. So pause and observe. So X-linked recessive, meaning males are typically affected while females are carriers. X-linked dominant, females can be affected too, but those ones are rare though. Do you understand? It's mostly recessive, mostly males affected. Another one, picture to observe. So this is just an example. Try to talk about disease conditions that are X-linked. They affect the X chromosomes. So Hemophilia A and B, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, color blindness, fragile X syndrome, X-linked agammaglobulinemia. All of these are examples of disease conditions that could actually affect the X chromosomes. So inheritance pattern is what we have looked at in all those pictures. Okay, so please come back here, observe. You can pause to observe this. You can pause to observe this. You can also pause to observe this. Okay, so that's it.